All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the award-winning Adams Brothers Podcast. No doubt the hottest podcast in the Tri-County area of Dade, Brown, and Palm Beach counties. You are in tune to the best. Two chocolate brothers behind the microphones here. Bald heads, everybody say we look like twins. I don't see it, but anyway, we're here on your cell phone or your electronic device. See these two handsome faces on your electronic devices right now. Welcome to the Adams Brothers Podcast. And if you'd like to get in, this is a pop-up podcast where we just talk about any and everything. If you'd like to get in on the dialogue here, we're only going to be on here for maybe like 30 minutes tonight.
45 at the most.
30, 45 at the most. We're not going to be, because we both have something to do, okay? If you'd like to get in on the dialogue, it's 754-227-1986, 754-227-1986. It's on the bottom of your ticker going from right to left. If you'd like to donate to our Cash App, it's $ Adams Brothers Podcast. And on Zelle, Adams Brothers pod@gmail.com. This is an Adams Brothers Media LLC podcast. All right. So tap in. And let's chop it up. Tap in, double tap that screen, and let's chop it up. Let me lower this introduction music here a little bit. So it will play softly in the background.
And we're going to try to give a call to District 3 Commissioner Chinesky and check in on him.
When you want to do that, you want to just talk a little bit and then call him, or you want to get him out of the way right now?
I'm going to see.
Okay, well, while you're doing that.
Right. We can just get him out the way if we can, but we can just talk a little bit.
Well, let me start by the important issue. Let me start with the important issue about getting out to the polls and vote. Well, let me back up a little bit. We just got off a very, very good interview with attorney Tamar Hamilton. If you missed it, if you didn't catch it live, go back and watch the playback. She was outstanding. She killed it. She killed it. She answered all of the questions. She was on point. She was passionate. You know, I like her. I didn't know who I was going to vote for, but I have a pretty good idea of who I'm voting for just by sitting here conducting these interviews here. And these very smart, intelligent black sisters, young ladies, coming on here and asking answering some tough questions from us. And if you know us, we ask some tough questions, and it might make people feel uncomfortable sometimes, but we ask tough questions here on this podcast. That's what we're known for, and fairness. We are fair to everybody. We treat everybody with respect, and we have, the utmost respect for our guests, and we command that same respect in return. So,
yes, he's ready.
Go back and watch the playback of Tamar Hamilton outstanding interview before you go to the polls and vote. Okay, so we're going to reach out to City of Deerfield Beach District 3 Commissioner Daniel Chinesky. We're going to see if we could raise him on the phone line.
Mm-hmm.
Right quick. So let's see if we can reach.
Hopefully everyone was at the meeting last night. We're right now we're trying to reach out to District 3 Commissioner Daniel Chinesky. It was a very long meeting last night. And as always, we love for the commissioner to come on and give us his insight on his district.
Is it calling? I don't hear her. I don't know why I'm not hearing him.
I hear the music.
Call from Daniel Chinesky To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
All right, we are joined here right now by City of Deerfield Beach District 3 Commissioner Daniel Shineski. Can you hear us, sir?
Yes, sir. I hear you perfectly. Hi, Mr. Adams. How are you?
We
We're
are
doing good.
doing very, very well. Thank you, sir, for answering our call, and thank you again for joining us
My
here
pleasure.
on the Adams Brothers podcast.
My pleasure.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you. I'm tired. I mean, the meeting went 5.5 hours yesterday, the city commission meeting, to 12:30. So by the time I got home, then I had to get ready for work the next day, worked a full day, and I had a meeting in Century Village. We're putting together to get from Broward County, they're having a team called DASH, and what they're doing is we're going to be setting up in Century Village starting in October every month that you can come and renew your driver's license, pay your property tax, and make an appointment. And actually, it will be done at Century Village. And I'm going to try to have it in several other communities in District 3. Mm-hmm. So I was able to settle that today. So I'm very excited.
Oh, that's good news. That's good news. That's good news.
Yes, very good news. And they just started this program. And, I had contacted the office and the liaison. We have a good rapport. And I said, please, I'd like for you to bring it and start it here. So we'll be starting that. So really looking forward.
Okay. All right.
And that really was a long meeting last night. I fell asleep. I fell asleep probably about 11 o'clock. So about 11, I would say probably about 11:15, 11:20. I think I fell asleep.
11:15, we were still going strong. There were a lot of issues on the table that we had to discuss. So it was a good meeting. It really was. It was great to see everybody out there. It was great to see you speaking. So it was wonderful. It was really good. Thank you.
Right.
Yes.
Now I didn't get a chance to. I ended up working late myself last night, but right before it was time for me to get off and come into the studio to conduct the interview yesterday, I got held back by an emergency that I didn't get off until almost 11 p.m. last night. So I didn't get a chance to watch the commission meeting. So I think the city commission voted last night to about put the supermajority,
put all the charter review
on the charter reviews on the ballot. Am I correct?
All of them.
Yeah.
Yes. What it is, it's 9 amendments, and on the actual vote, you had to vote yes or no for all 9 amendments. Some of the amendments, like you have to have a 2-year residency to run for office. I'm in favor of that. I think that's great. Before it was 6 months in the city charter. You could, just have no idea of what's going on in the city. Right. You just move there and then suddenly you're running. So they made it, 2 years, which I was in favor of. That I voted yes.
Yes.
The other thing was, every 10 years mandatory to do a city charter review. And I was in favor of that. And I voted yes for that.
Yes.
Because they didn't have that before. Right. The last charter review was in 2002, I believe. That's 24 years. So I was in favor of that. But the other amendments, I was definitely not in favor of. I was at least able to explain with the way I felt on all 9 amendments, from A to, I think, H or I. Mm-hmm. So I was able to, give my views. But when it came to the vote, it was basically yes and no. And I said, listen, there are just so many problem areas with a lot of the amendments that I vote no. I'm definitely against gifting ourselves. And this is what I wanted to say that I didn't get a chance to say yesterday. I feel the gifting themselves 20 additional months as a city commissioner. And I don't feel it's right to gift yourself.
It's not right.
I remember when I was in public school, I wanted an A+. I wanted to gift myself an A+, but I had a 60 average. So, I wasn't able to gift myself. So, I got what I deserved.
Uh-huh.
So same thing here. I feel this, and they had alternatives. They definitely had alternatives. They could have even taken the 20 months and added it on to the new 27 election with a new candidates for District
Right.
1 and 2
Right.
and 29. They could, and then if you really, then it come out even.
Right. Well,
So
they
I
wanted
couldn't
it for
understand why
themselves.
they would even do this. Oh yeah, so it didn't make sense. And when I brought that up a few times, all right, guys, let's how about put it on 27 election? People will see. All right, we're voting for somebody in District 1 or District 2 that will get 5 years, 8 months. All right, we'll vote for the person. So I felt that was right. But from the beginning, my goal was to keep it in March, because I really felt sincerely, and I still do, that March is the best way. And I gave reasons why. I read off what's going to be on the ballot in November, and we just found out that the tax, the renewal of the tax for school, for services, then that's what the superintendent came from, the Broward education superintendent spoke about. It's going to be on the ballot. So now we have something in addition to look at and examine.
Right.
So that, and then property tax, homestead exemption, Amendment 3. And then I read off the list of political offices that are open that people have to choose. There's like 15, 16 offices, and then in addition, the city charter. It's too much. And these are important questions. So, I said, listen, I feel that leave it in March. I think that we need to be highlighted. And I said, city commissioners and mayor, you can talk to us. You can call us on the phone. You see us in the stores. All the other positions, you don't see that. I mean, state representative, you don't meet it. They're in Tallahassee. Congress people, oh, wow, you're lucky if you see them once or twice during their term. Senator, forget about it.
Right.
Governor, no. A lieutenant governor. But us, you could talk to us. You could speak to us. You could email us. You could visit us. So I really feel we deserve to be spotlighted, and people need to know what our background is. And I brought up, it's very easy to qualify to run for city commission. You write out a check. I think it's 200 and something. And for mayor, it's maybe 500. And voila, you're on the ballot as commissioner, or you're on the ballot, for mayor. So it's very easy. So I feel you really need to know who's going to be running your city government. I feel very strongly about that.
Yeah.
I would rather have a lesser voter turnout, that they're at least aware of who's running, than to have a lot of people that really don't know. Like, oh, this is a nice name. I don't know this guy. I don't know anything about him, but sounds like a nice name. Oh, look at his picture. Yeah, he's a nice looking, or she's a nice looking. Yeah, I'll vote for her. I like that. But they really don't know. I would rather have somebody that knows, it really takes time to know about the issues.
Yeah.
So,
Commissioner
I mean, that's
Shinesky,
the way I feel.
I heard you mention that you voted on yes to the reviewing the charter every 10 years. So my question to that is
No, but let me because that I wanted to, if they would have individually went through each amendment, A, do you want to, every 10 years, or and B, do you want to do 2-year residency? But what they did was they went and say, okay, yes for everything, yes for everything, or no for everything.
Bunched it together.
And I said, I have problems. Yeah, I have problems with most of the amendments. So I guess no.
Yeah.
Because I have problems with the island. I have, taking away the restrictions.
Right.
I have problems with taking away that the public has a voice with the, a property. It go to a voter referendum.
Right.
So I voted no.
Okay, but
So
thanks for
against it.
thanks for clarifying that. But my question was, even if you voted no, and let's say future commissioners want to come in 5, 10 years, 6 years from now and go back and review it again, do they still have that option, or it can only be done review in 10 years?
You could, no, because the thing is with the city charter, now mandatory is every 10 years, but by right, we could order a city charter every single year.
Right.
I mean, when Bernie Parnas, the commissioner before me, had the idea of, hey, let's have 3 terms for commissioners, because he wanted a 3rd term, they're like, okay, let's put it on the ballot, so they could do a charter every year if they want to. They can have a
Mhm.
referendum every year if they want to.
Right.
Mhm.
So that's up to the city commission.
Yeah.
So, and like what I was saying during a lot of the workshops was, we could hold off on the island restriction,
Mhm.
looking at it and do more research and find out how we're going to be affected, really get some good ideas before we just strip away the restrictions. Because once we strip away the restrictions, we are open to live local laws, and then the developers have a huge upper hand, and they could put anything they want. And and I showed that in Hollywood, that's what happened.
Mhm.
They voted down some things, the city commission, and because of Live Local, they said, all right, you don't want the 10-story. Guess what? We're going to do now 25. We'll put 40% housing, workforce housing. Now we're going to do 25 stories. All right.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
this is to strip away the protections is dangerous.
Right. Right.
So yeah. So no, but the answer to your question is every year, if the city commission votes on doing a charter review on certain items, they can do that. No
Right.
problem.
Okay.
And we can bring it up again.
Right.
But
And
I said, what's the rush?
right.
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 You've been saying that from the beginning. What's the rush?
Yeah. Right.
From the beginning, it's
Yeah.
too important.
Right.
It's too, like, what is the rush? Because once you take that away, I mean, Deerfield Beach is special. The beach, the village, that feel. Once you strip that away, we can become like another city with a lot of development, a lot of concrete, and that's not good.
Right.
Just not good.
One.
And I give the example of Key West. I said, because I'm not going to say who, but they're saying, oh, wow, it's falling apart and if we don't. And I'm like, okay, well, there's a place called Key West, internationally known. They have even stricter restrictions, and it's internationally known. It's very popular.
Mhm.
So they're doing well.
Right.
They're not, Key West is not falling apart.
Mhm.
People are attracted to it. So, before we take away these protections, I think let's really think about it. Let's really get data. And I said yesterday, it's like a domino effect. Once you take away these restrictions, things happen.
Mhm.
And I don't think we're ready for that. So
Right.
there's nothing wrong with discussing. But at least it's on the radar now.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
One of our viewers, Matt Pelletier, said extending your term while seated seems unethical. People vote for candidates for the 4-year terms. It appears as self-serving. So that was from Matt
oh yeah.
Pelletier, and then he goes on to say playing with the charters and supermajority, terrible idea and a very bad practice to put the city into.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Matt
Yeah.
Pelletier.
I mean, hey, I wanted a $20 an hour additional raise, but I didn't deserve it. I didn't get it, but I
Yeah,
wanted it. But if
Yeah.
I could have given myself, it's not right.
Yeah.
It's just not right.
yeah,
And the other thing that bothered me was they also put on the charter, one of the amendments was, we have to have a super majority
Yep.
if we, concerning public safety.
Yep.
So we're moving towards our own police and fire. To change it at all or make revisions, we have to have a super majority 4-1 vote, which is very difficult. And it also freezes out one of the districts. And I don't think that's right. And what bothered me and what I brought up yesterday was we never discussed it in the city charter. He
Mhm.
just sprung it out of thin air. I'm like, oh, wow, where's this
Right.
coming from? The supermajority. I said, that's not right.
It's not.
Right.
So, I voted no. So my vote is no against the amendment. So now,
Right.
but it was passed 3-2, and now it's up to the people. But
Yeah.
I voted and I fought hard. It's not right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, you fought hard, but
We already
They-
knew
they-
how the vote was going to
we
go.
already know it's the three that's aligned up there. They're
Yeah.
going to keep voting with each other, and it's
They're playing chess.
two outcasts. That's you and Preston up there, and they're going to keep doing what they want to do. And that's
I'm
how
proud,
it is.
And I'm disappointed in them.
You know.
I really am. And I said that last night, and I said it on our podcast last week. I'm very disappointed in Tom Plott. I'm very disappointed in Todd Drosky, and I'm very disappointed in Mike Hudak for pulling these political shenanigans. You guys always talk about bringing the city together, and look what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
You know.
One city was there. What was preached and said during the campaign, we're all one city, but the people and the citizens here in Deerfield Beach don't feel like they're being listened to. And that's all we keep hearing on our podcast and the comments. And when we see people out in public that they don't feel like they're being listened to,
Yeah.
and it's the majority up there now that's not listening, and ultimately it'll cost them at the polls. Whenever that time comes around,
Sure.
if they get the 18 months additionally that they want, and whenever that time is up, from what the people are saying, it's going to hurt their political careers if they don't start listening to the people right away.
Well, I mean, I brought up, I said they never really gave a rational reason why they want to extend gift themselves 20 months, this way, instead of maybe in 27 and 29. You never really explained the reason why. So I canvassed my district. I go to Century Village meetings. I go to Crystal Lake meetings. I go to the Meadows meetings. I go to Discovery Point meetings. I go to Sandpiper Point meetings, and I speak to people. And I ask them. I said, "Hey, what do you feel about the incumbent commissioners adding on an additional 20 months?" And they're like, "Why? What's the rationale?" I said, "Well, I don't know. This way we could vote in November." They're like, "Well, why? We like it the way it is in March." So they weren't so happy. Or I'd say to them, "Well, how do you like restrictions on buildings? They'll do away with that on the beach." And they're like, "We love the beach. We retired and we came out here to enjoy the beach, the space of the beach. We don't want huge property, and then it restricts the access because it'll become private property."
Right.
And they don't. So I've asked people in my district what they felt, and except for maybe one person that spoke yesterday lives in my district. No, 3 people live in my Century Village, and they were there yesterday. And one of them spoke. The other 2 just sit there. Nobody seems to be in favor of it.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
yeah. And what was interesting was the former commissioner before me, Barnes, last committee meeting, he said even before the other committee meeting, before that, the workshop, he said, "I'm in favor of leaving it in March. I'm in favor. I think it's important to leave it in March." And then yesterday he goes, "Well, I changed my mind. Now I'm in favor of having it in November." And that's so wow. And then there's something.
Someone got to him. He got a phone call from one of the 3 up there.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but it's just so weird. I mean, suddenly at the last minute, you change your mind, and so I always felt one way. But I listened to both sides.
Yeah.
I listened to both sides, and I going back and forth, and then I said, "No, this is the way I should go." And I spoke from common sense in my own heart.
Right. And the people in the comments are saying they thank you for listening. You do listen, and Susan Page, she said that
it was an S show up there.
it was a crap show. I'm saying crap, but that's not the word that she used.
It was embarrassing.
It was a crap show up there last night. So
it was embarrassing.
that's what the people are saying in the comments. And
I'm sorry.
Matt Pelletieri, Susan said, Matt Pelletieri, and what about us being lectured before the meeting even started that we will behave? But I have something to say, and I thought about this, and a few weeks ago, a few people were asked to leave the meeting. I guess they were speaking out when they were not supposed to be speaking, and I get that. You can't be disruptive and everything. But before the public is allowed to speak, the city attorney, he always reads off the rules and everything, what's expected, no name calling and this and that. But at the end, when Mr. Dan Hirsch was asked to leave, he was called Mr. Peanut Head,
which he got an apology, but not so much of an
so
apology.
How can you be an elected official up there, and the city attorney just read off the rules,
He said
and you said
He said,
I,
hold on, he can't
I,
hear.
I'm losing a little bit of the connection. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to move a little
Yeah,
bit. But
exactly.
I'm
If you
losing a
can,
little connection.
if you
Okay,
can,
now I can hear you.
Okay.
Now
okay.
I'm in the middle of parking lot, but sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I didn't
what I
hear what
was
you said.
saying, was the city attorney reads off the rules and what's to be expected and proper etiquette there in the inside the commission chambers, and no name calling. And at the end, when Dan Hurst was tossed out, we heard the district one commissioner calling Mr. Peanut Head. And so no name calling from the people in the pub sitting out in the audience, and it should be.
That should go for the commissioners
same
too.
thing should go for the commissioners.
Yes, it should.
The same rules
Decorum.
and decorum should apply up there, and it didn't. I clearly heard him say, "Mr. Peanut Head," and I didn't think that was right. He clearly should have given that man an apology. An elected
And he
official,
did last night, but the apology was a joke,
you're
and it
supposed
wasn't.
to lead, not follow.
That apology wasn't sincere from what I heard, and people can give their own opinion on that. But from what I heard last night, that apology was a joke and a little bit too late. You're supposed to conduct yourself while you up on the dais. You should conduct yourself, and that wasn't done. And I mean, all that lecturing last night a little bit too little, and it needs to be probably something put in the charter or whatever about proper decorum from the commissioners up there on the dais
as well. And I didn't hear the mayor, and again,
he was the one doing the lecturing.
Yeah, and I don't think the mayor called him out on that, did he? When he said that to Mr. Hurst.
No, he didn't say anything.
Yeah, but
I don't remember.
You can't pick and choose who you want to lecture and who you want to throw out. He should have quickly said, "Come on, Commissioner, who that's
you're a better person than that." Like
you
he
can't
always
do that. He should have stepped right in and said that right away, but he didn't. And that seems somewhat hypocritical to the people and the taxpayers here in Deerfield Beach. So that's just from
that's our perspective.
From our perspective,
yes.
Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. I mean, I'm so focused on the issues. I mean, it's even during the Broward County thing, the sheriff thing, it got so, well, he said and she said, and this one's bad and that one's bad. And I'm like, it's like dirty water. You push away the dirt in the water. You go, hey, this is what matters. Let's negotiate. Let's get the best thing for both the responders and our city. So I push aside all the other stuff. So even yesterday when you're talking about that, I'm like, no, man, let's talk about the issues. I don't care. Yeah. I've been yelled at my whole life. I've been whatever. And it's like, you go for what the goal is, and you go for the issues that count. Right. The other stuff, life's too short. I don't care. Decorum and all that, I don't care. As long as they don't throw a rock at me and hit me. Right. If they throw it and miss, that's fine too. Right. As long as they don't hit me with no rock, I'm fine. Right. You can say what you want. Right. But, the bottom line is, we got to do what's right, and let's discuss it. And listen, if we argue whatever, it's okay. You get back in there and you still discuss it. And I'm not afraid of people being angry or yelling or whatever. That's fine. That's life. Right. So the other stuff, when they were saying that, I don't care. Right. I mean, we got to look at the issue. That's what counts. Because sometimes real sweet language and real polite, and they can hurt. I'd rather have somebody that says rough, but they don't hurt and they don't damage, than somebody's like, please, thank you, but yet, they're doing hurtful things or things that could damage. Right. That's the way I feel. Right. So. Right.
Okay, Commissioner Shinesky, before we let you go, is there anything you need to tell us about District 3, what's going on in District 3? 48th Street, the 10th Street?
Yeah, I mean, what's happening is, they started August 2nd, they closed down Northwest 48th Street, the overpass on Green Road, Wiles Green Road, going towards Dixie. They closed that overpass. So now, like if you're going down, you're at the Mount Monarch Hills. Mm-hmm. You're going west. You cross over Military. You want to go towards Dixie or US 1. They closed it down for a year. So when I left to go to work today from Century Village, I'm like, I'm on Military. I want to do the side on Military. I usually sneak out on Military right after Hillsborough, and then do a little zigzag and go north to where I work. It is a cluster. Bum.
Yep.
I'm like, wow. So I got my first little taste of what it's going to be, and I'm like, oh wow, that's scary. It's scary, and so I'm in rapport with FDOT project chief, and I emailed him today. I said, hey, are you guys making sure those traffic lights are updated?
Yeah.
Because they got to move up, because we're talking maybe triple the traffic now, because for a year that overpass is going to be closed. So they're going to be hitting Military Power Line at Hillsborough. I mean, triple the traffic. So I'm like, guy, did you update that traffic light? And when season comes, it's going to be, wow. I got a little taste of it, and it don't taste good. So yeah, that's district, and that's right in my doorstep.
Yeah.
So I'm like, uh-oh, uh-oh. So
I heard it was a nightmare
I'll
out
do my
there.
best.
Wait till school starts on Monday.
Yeah.
On Monday.
Oh no, I'm hanging up on you now. No, I have nightmares now. Oh my, yeah, thank you. You're right. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And then when season and school, oh man,
I want to ask you another question
My heart's racing.
while it's on my mind about the school zone cameras, the cameras that's in the school zones. Now, it was a lot of commotion going on about were they running all day and all night and during the weekends and all of this and that prior to BSO stop monitor when they stop
They're back up now.
So yeah, they're going to be back up on Monday. Do you know the times that they're going to be operational and what time it does it how the time it starts before?
You're breaking up a little bit, but if you hear me, I don't know too much about that.
Okay.
I know our public safety person, Sean Glado. I would recommend highly you contact our director of public safety, Sean Glado, and he would definitely be able to give you the answer.
Okay.
Yeah, Sean Gladier. Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to hear you. I'm sorry, sir, you're breaking up.
Try to move.
Hello?
Try to move a little bit,
fine.
Commissioner.
Yeah, move it up. I'm backing up. Okay, I'm backing up. But I don't know the answer to that, but I would highly recommend. And what I would recommend is the next commission meeting is August 18th. If you want to call and ask that question, and you could direct it to the director of public safety, Sean Glado, said, I have a question.
Okay.
And he'll, he's the person to ask. Yeah.
The commission meeting on the same day of the primary elections, huh?
What can I say?
Wow. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we let you go, Commissioner Shinesky?
No, it was great. It was great to speak to you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, we've been talking to City of Deerfield Beach Commissioner Daniel Shinesky. He always calls in and updates us on everything that's going on in District 3 and around the city that he knows of. So we appreciate you. Keep up the good fight. It's always a good day to get into some good trouble. So stay in some good trouble, Commissioner.
Good trouble. You got it, sir. Thank you so much, and you have a blessed night.
You as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. All right, we've been talking to Commissioner Daniel Shinesky, District 3 Commissioner here in the city of Deerfield Beach, and that's our saying. It's always a good day to get into some good trouble. So stay in good trouble. Keep up the fight. We are making a difference. We might not be, we're probably not being heard right now, but we are making a difference.
Definitely.
We are making a difference. We're chipping away. And eventually that time will run out. It'll run out, and things will change. Things never stays the same. All right. So just chin up. Keep your chin up.
Keep your head up.
Keep your head up.
Better days are ahead, and I mean that. Whether good, bad here in this city. One good thing, I've been living here 59 years of my life here. Our family's been here since 1913. We've seen the good, bad, and the ugly, but we still standing here right now. And I have no doubt come November, I believe that if everyone comes out to vote and everyone is educated, these bundles, as I call them, that they're going to put on the ballot will be defeated. And, I believe they will be defeated. And, just want to recap on some of the things last night. Mike Hudak did apologize. It was a feint. He didn't apologize directly to Dan, and I didn't hear him call his name. So, you take that apology at whatever face value you want. A lot of people say they didn't. A lot of people came up there, activists said that it wasn't sincere. So, I mean, I don't know. And I know what I heard, and I don't think it was sincere. The sincere is going up, shaking, looking the man in his eye, shaking his hand and being a man and saying that I was wrong, and conduct yourself in better ways than that. If I'm elected, you won't never see me act like that. If it's one thing my parents taught us is how to conduct ourselves. And one thing I don't like doing is the name calling. I mean, the political stuff. You saw me call political pimps and mercenaries, and that stuff remains the same. But I have respect for people, and I would never come up and do ad hominem attacks or anything like that. I don't think it has no place in our society. That's just me. I don't believe name calling. I don't believe it has a place in our government.
See what Susan said.
Yeah, it was a joke. I mean,
the
from what I
apology
saw,
was a joke. It would have been different if he had gotten out of his seat and walked and shook Dan's hand and shook
Exactly.
Dan shook his hand.
Yeah. Whether he meant that
Whether it was sincere or not.
it would have showed that, hey, he was a bigger man. And sometimes you have to do that. I mean, I have no problem apologizing to someone if I wronged them. I don't. I mean, that's how I was raised. But
yeah,
some people are different. And then Mike is a military man, and I would think in the military they teach you discipline and respect. So maybe he might come up to Dan one day. I doubt it. I don't think that would happen, but that would probably be the best thing to do. But also, we watched the meeting last night. I spoke at the meeting, and want to be very clear when I said I don't have a problem with moving the election to March to November. I'm talking strictly about in the future, not right now. Okay, I think everyone wants to get more voter participation, and I know you got some people want to keep the focus on the March election. I think we can find that balance. But if you was to put it on the ballot and let everyone know what they're voting for in the future, that we're trying to come to move the elections from March to November to coincide with the general elections, I don't think no one would have a problem doing that, getting more voter participation. But you had a person come up there, ex-commissioner come up there last night and said that she was in favor of keeping the elections in March and this and that. She got booed or whatever, and she called everyone hypocrite.
Keep it in November, you mean?
Keeping it. No, she was saying to keeping it in March. She wanted to keep the election in March, and she got overruled or whatever she was saying, and then she called people hypocrites. But you know what? And I want to speak directly to that person there. That person. Here's a black man who's running in District 2. But she's always in the past up there talking about this person and that person was disenfranchised. That was her favorite word. But you have a black man running in your district, and she didn't come up there and say anything about them pulling this stunt on not just me, everyone who has filed their paperwork to run. But she's always talking about disenfranchising, but you never heard her say anything about that. And she called people hypocrites and went back and sat down. Well, but I just wanted to just point that out, that the person who's always talking about being disenfranchised in this community, who do you think is being disenfranchised now? To that ex-commissioner. Not just me, but every person, every other District 1 and District 2 who has filed for run, they're being disenfranchised too. But she didn't say anything about that. She just went back to her seat, because we know what side she's on. And she just came up there just to make that statement, because that's her true colors are showing. and it has always showed who she is. I mean,
look at this. Susan Page said, I was sitting behind her and she was stirring crap up in her seat.
yeah. Well, she's always, when I got up to speak, when I was there, she was always over there saying, I can hear her. I can walk and chew bubble gum at the same time, but I can hear her saying smart things. And I know if I'm up to the podium and I can hear, I know the mayor and the other commissioners, especially 1 and 2, heard her making disparaging comments whenever I got up to speak. And she never was admonished. And I can hear her. So, you know, she's on the payroll, and she has probably always will be. Whenever she's up for something, just look for some money somewhere somewhere. She's getting paid somewhere. She's this is why people like that is why our communities never flourish, because you have people like that. And I'm not gonna sit up here and I don't, like I said, I don't name call, but this is why our community never flourished, because of people like her. And people like her are sent to cause dissension. They're sent to cause division.
Susan Page said, I was sitting, she tried to start an argument with me and another woman. Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I watched the meeting at home most of the time, but you could clearly, when you're there, you can clearly hear what she's saying. I mean, I heard her one night say, oh, what is he going up there? What he got to say? And I know if I'm walking and I heard it, I know they heard it up there, but no one up there on the commission, if they heard it, said anything.
Selective hearing, that's what that's called.
Yeah.
Selective hearing. And these comments are coming in. I was sitting in front of her, and Susan is right. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Susan said, and then Susan said she does that with Dan Hurst too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Barlow, it's time to make a change. She said.
Yeah, it is. And hopefully that change starts out by everyone getting out and vote in November. I mean, everyone has to get out and vote. Like, everything depends on it. Here, especially here in this city, because I mean, again, I like to see this city flourish. I like to see, as my brother always say, and I believe, sensible development. I want to see, and I know I hear people say that we don't want it to look like Boca Pompano. We want to have our own identity, and that's cool and that's fine. But when you've been here as long as me and my brother and my family and other people that been here a long time, we don't see too many meaningful changes here. And when I talk to people that used to live here, that's from District 2, I hear them every day. Just talking to one of my classmates today, he told me, he said, I want to see you in office because I want to see you make changes. So when I come here from Georgia, I want to see something different. I just don't want to see trees planted, and I don't want to see a road paved. I want to see something different. Me and my wife want to go and be able to walk and be able to have dinner in District 2 or outside in a nice place. People just saying they're tired, and I hope people understand I'm tired of seeing the same thing. So when you hear me say that I like to see a new police department, and I know it costs money, and our experience is going by what we saw here all our life. We saw the same old police department. We saw the same old city hall. We just want to see, when we go, me and my brother travel all the time. We see nice places that does not even have close to the tax base that we have, but they have a nice city hall. They have a nice public safety. Their fire departments look nice. I mean, it looks nice, and that's all that I'm saying that I want to see. And I know it come with a cost, and we might have to make some sacrifices, but I think we can make this city and keep it like the beach area. Because if people just listen to what the people on the beach are saying. They don't want all those monstrous projects. Listen. If the politicians just listen, I know you want to make changes. I don't want to tie your hands all the way, but just listen to the people that live over there and have to inhabit that area over there. Just listen to them.
One thing I think the charter review should make is these term limits.
True
they're
term
not
limits.
true term limits because you can run for 8 years as commissioner, and then you can't run for commissioner again. You can run for mayor for 8 years, and then after those 8 years are up, you can't run again. You can have to sit out the
4
way
years.
the way it is now. You have to sit out 4 years, and then you can come back and run for the same seat again. So you're getting the same recycled politicians over and over again. No new ideas, So that has to change. Why don't the charter review change that?
I wish that would have been on the let's get true term limits. So when you run 8 is enough or whatever for 8,
like the governor,
8 as commissioner and 8 as the mayor if you want to serve, and go on. We don't need you back here no more. That's what I would like to see. That's what I would like to see the charter review committees in the future do. How about let's get some true term limits. So when these people gone, they can get the hell on and we don't have to see them, whether that's me or anyone else. I do my 8, and if I choose to run for mayor, I do that. But after that, go on. We don't need you back here. Because all you keep doing is it's the same old, and nothing is never really gonna change when we don't have true term limits.
Well, when you get elected, change it.
Yes, I would definitely recommend that change being made. I don't know how others feel, but I'm just telling you how I feel. I want to see true term limits here in this city, not this crap that we have right now.
You can appoint the people you want to fit that will fit your agenda, and you could have things brought to the board and to the commission, and then you could change it. Same way they're doing.
Didn't you say, Daryl, it was a board you wanted to get on? Was that
the appearance board members?
Was that the one?
The community appearance I wanted to get on the beautification board.
I think that is it, isn't it?
I don't know what it's called.
That might be. Miss Lewis, is Daryl saying, I know he wanted to get on like a beautification
board.
Is that the same thing as the community appearance board, or is that something different? Because I know Daryl been saying for years he wanted to get, because he loved to walk down Dixie and exercise, and he sees all the weeds and
I
plants.
see everything. I take
he
pictures.
don't miss anything.
Broken sprinkler lines. I see this. I see all of the weeds.
Said yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, it is. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know
Thank
about
you
the
for that
beautification
information.
board, but the community appearance board is open. Oh, okay.
Okay, so
I'll look into that.
Yes. We're going to put that out there, that District 2 needs 2 community appearance board members. And that's another thing that I don't know how others feel, but I just think to keep commotion down in the future, I believe, it's just me, that the district, the person or people should come from that per se district. That's just me. I think that will keep all the political stuff down. I just think that will keep a lot of that confusion down if the person just came from that district. And I saw Ms. Bolovic said that she wanted to serve on a board that Mr. Cummins was put on the board, and she's right in District 1. And Commissioner Hudak skipped right over her to go to someone that don't live in that district. And I don't know. It's just
too much.
It's a lot.
Back and forth, man. Here, man.
It is a lot.
Yeah, well, I have the right to do this and do that. Just keep it to your district. Okay,
yes.
Make it simple.
Yes,
that's too simple for politicians. They don't want to. They want to complicate everything.
And that makes it political.
That's gonna piss. And they're only hurting themselves.
Right.
After their terms are up here in Deerfield, they might want to run for something at the county level or the state level or the school board or run for Congress or something like that. But trust me, the people they have a memory like an elephant. They don't forget.
No.
And the people feel like they are not being listened to right now. Okay, that's all you hear. We're not being listened to. They're not listening to us. They're doing what the hell they want to do. They say all of these things on the campaign trail, and then they get in the office, and then they basically, drop their pants and tell you to kiss their butts, and do what the hell they want to do,
Yeah.
And that's not going to be accepted when they come knock on your door and ask for your vote. You remind them of all of these things that they're doing, that Save Our Beach people over there, and the heights on the buildings, and how they're moving the election they want to move the election from March to November. Yes, we wanted to do that, but why do it now? Okay.
Oh.
Why didn't you do it for the future commissioners that's coming in years and years down the line. Okay, why didn't you do that?
Yeah.
All of these things here that's pissing people off, and they aren't feel like they're being listened to. So you're not hurting me, really. You're hurting yourselves politically.
Because people watching, they might think District 2 is watching. They're watching what they're doing to me because they come up to me all the time.
That's not right what they're doing to you. They always tell you that.
Me and my brother be out. My parents, they tell my parents. People watching, they see what's going on. And they said, if I had knew what I knew now, I would have never voted for the mayor.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of that.
We hear a lot of that. And look.
I invited them back on the podcast. I sent them a message, and normally he will reply back, but he didn't reply back at all this time. It's just
he's upset. He'll be
text
okay.
is just sitting now.
He'll be okay. I mean, he's welcome.
Fine, that's fine.
He's welcome to come back on here.
We respectfully disagree with what they're doing.
That's all.
Okay, if they can't, if their feelings are hurt, then that's on them.
They all welcome to come back.
We have a right to disagree with them.
Yeah, it's our podcast, and we're gonna disagree. We're gonna
address our grievances with our government. We have that right.
Yeah.
We're not gonna always agree, but we can agree to disagree, and we can disagree respectfully, which we always do here.
We always.
You don't hear us calling them names with Mr.
Nope.
Peanut Head, and you don't hear us calling
you'll never
people,
hear that.
commissioners out of their names or nothing.
No.
We still say Commissioner Plott, Commissioner Shinesky, Preston, Hudak, Mayor Drosky. We don't call them out of their names. We still respect them as men. I could stand right here and they could walk in here right now. I'd love to see them come and sit right in a seat next to us and let's talk about it. I love that.
Oh, definitely, Ms. Bolovich. Healthy disagreement is the foundation of good government, and
absolutely,
it is. That is a great comment, and I live by that. I will promise you that.
Comment. Yeah,
I believe we can all disagree in a civil manner. I live by that. I don't care how you might hear my voice get with passion. I live by that, and I will always defend. I don't care who that person is. If I see that type of name calling, if I'm sitting on the dais, I would just say, please, let's refrain from doing that. And I just never believed from the time I was a kid. I mean, I just never believed in you're not going to get anywhere name calling. It's just like you got a wife or a husband. If you're screaming, talking loud at them or talking at them in a way that they're not going to listen to you. I mean, the mayor always talks about trying to put a marriage back together. Well, how about trying to put a city back together?
You have to have conflict resolution. You have to have that. How do you resolve conflict? You have to have conflict resolution. You have to listen, and you always have to. I'm going to keep saying this. God gave us all 2 ears and 1 mouth. That means to shut the hell up and listen more than you talk. Okay. Yeah.
That goes for all of us.
Shut up and listen more than you talk.
Yep.
Okay. People don't always want to hear, all this rhetoric you're saying. Just listen to the people more than what you talk. Okay, I agree. This is what they elected me to do. Okay, not to just hear what you're saying and it comes in one ear and goes out the other. That's not what we elected the people. I mean, the politicians to do. That at any level, the municipal level, local, county, state, or federal. You're supposed to listen to the people or we will vote you out.
Yeah. And all of us sometimes let our emotions get the best of us. Sometimes it happens to the best. I understand that. Yeah. I mean, I understand that, but at least be a man or a woman and at least be able to go to that person. Because I tell people all the time, if I do you wrong, I can't sleep at night. I don't know. It's just
conscience. That's why
my conscience bother me. I'll sit and I'll toss and turn, and I'm gonna call you up on that phone, or either I'm gonna go to you and I'm gonna tell you I'm sorry. That's how anybody that know me will tell you. I can't do something like that and go get in the bed and get on my knees and pray first before I get in that bed, and then get in that bed with good conscience, knowing that I have committed something.
It's a good day to get into some good trouble. It's a good day to get into some good trouble. Let's move on from this because we got an election coming up here on August the 18th, and they are sending out sample ballots in the mail.
This is the ballot for us that we got.
This is for Broward County right here. You know,
Yeah.
they have
your party.
Yeah, the parties that's going to be the people that's going to be on the ballot. Whoever you're going to vote for, we're not telling nobody who to vote for.
And if we had the Republican ballot, we would put that up too. So.
Yeah, but this is what they sent in the mail.
Right.
So this is what we have. So we'll putting this up. I don't know who you're going to vote for. We've interviewed some of the people on our podcast. Sheila Sherfless McCormick. We've had Keith Abel. We've had Tamar Hamilton, and we had Cynthia Dominique and Veronica. Where's her name on there? She's on there somewhere. Veronica N. Walker.
Yeah, she's on there.
Yeah, and Mitch Rosenwald. We've had him on here.
Yeah.
We've
David Fry. We had Andrew Fry.
And we reach out to the Republicans as well. We reach out to Democrats and Republicans. I know you guys see a lot of people on here that it's maybe Democrats or whatever. We don't care who we talk to, you know. Yeah. If they respond back to us and email us back, we
reached out to Byron Donalds.
We reached out to him. We reached out to, you name it, we reach out to everybody, but if they respond back, we'll get them on here. I'd love to talk to them.
Yeah, me too. I have no problem. Just like I ask anyone else questions, I'm gonna ask them and be very respectful to whoever that person is too. So
educate yourself. This is why we do these podcasts, because we want people to be informed and more importantly educated. Yeah. Before you go to the polls, we don't want people at the polls calling us saying, "Hey, Daryl, hey, Wayne, who should we vote for? I'm in the polls right now. I don't know who am I supposed to vote for." That's just crazy for you to go to the polls and not know who to vote for.
We reached out. If the email that I had was Shelly Sofer.
Yeah,
I believe she's running for judge. If I'm exact, school board is that school one of them. But if y'all can get us their contact information, we would love to have any of the people you're putting on there, from Oliver Larkin to Shelly Sofer.
Yeah.
If we go by the information that we have and online on their campaign pages, and a lot of times they reach back out. A lot of times they don't. But we would love
Uncle
to have
Luke.
all of
We've been trying to get Uncle Luke for
and Debbie Wasserman.
Debbie Wasserman Schultz. We'd like to get them all on here, and talk to all of them, but hey, they don't.
Well, they campaign reached out to me. The Wasserman Schultz campaign reached out to me. I spoke to them twice, and they told me they were gonna, just last week, they said, "We're gonna get back with you." I said, "Okay, we're waiting." But I just want you to know, don't say that we had everyone else on there and we didn't have you. And we also told the campaign of Luther Campbell, Uncle Luke. We also told him his people contacted us.
Hand delivered him a card, our business card, and maybe I don't know, maybe threw it in the trash. I don't know, but he damn sure didn't call us. So I can tell you that. So Uncle Luke, I grew up listening to your music, and I love your music. 2 Live Crew. Yeah. Uncle Luke Skywalker, hey, I loved all your music growing up in middle school. I mean, high school, and even after high school, man. But hey, man, other than your music, we would love to talk to you, man.
Of course.
I guess he's been avoiding us. I don't know why, but maybe
he's busy.
Maybe he's busy. I'm just saying, I'm not, downing him or nothing. But hey, man, we like to talk to you. Talk to everybody. Republicans, Democrats, Independents, whoever you are.
That's right. And if y'all, whoever in the chat,
everybody,
if y'all can get us the email, our email address is on there, adamsbrotherspod@gmail.com. If y'all can get us their contact information,
send it to us.
We will have them on our podcast anytime in the future too. I mean, we would love to talk to people. This is what we do, and we love doing what we do.
We have Republican friends, Democratic friends, independent friends. We have all kind of everything. We respect everybody's opinion. We don't care nothing about that. We want you to go and get it. If you're elected, we want you to do the business of the people.
Yep. Early voting starts this Saturday.
Yeah.
If I'm exact, it starts this Saturday. Early voting. And the general election is on August 18th.
Yeah.
So don't just vote. Get informed first about the issues. It's going to be a long ballot. People,
it is. Yeah.
Be prepared, because to be prepared, to study the issues, especially here in Deerfield Beach with the land development issues, with all of the issues on there. Study. Please just be informed about what you're voting for all across. Just be informed about voting. I was trying to see what else city news is going on.
Wrap it up in about 3 or 4
Yes,
minutes.
because I have an appointment here that I definitely have to get to. School starts Monday, so drive carefully. The red light, I mean, not the red
School
light
zone
cameras.
cameras.
The school zone cameras will be in effect. The city is announcing it. Thank you, April. I appreciate. Thank you, Ms. Saunders. If you can send that to my email or text it to me, I will appreciate that. I will appreciate everything. But the school zone cameras are back in effect as of Monday. Be careful. The cameras are in effect all day.
$100 fine.
My leg is coming along. I go back to my doctor this Friday. They're going to x-ray it again. I still feel a little pain and tenderness, but hopefully I can hopefully come off the crutches Friday. I'm hoping, but yeah, thanks for asking. It's been hell on these crutches. I tell you, you don't know how much you miss your leg until you can't use it again. And yeah, but I think my daughter and my grandson, they've been holding the fort down here with me.
Cut the grass.
They've
They
been
come over there and cut my grass too,
landscaping now for me. So I appreciate everything my daughter Felicia and my grandson Cardi has done. Like I say, they've been holding the fort down for me this past month.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Saunders. I'll
out there in the hot
it.
sun. Yeah, out there in the hot sun cutting the grass today. So yeah.
Yeah. And again, back to the school zone cameras. So everyone just know these cameras running all day and drive slowly, people. The kids are out there. We don't want no one getting no tickets.
April said. I had a hip replacement in March. If you need a walker, let me know.
I hope I don't. It's been frustrating, trust me, and I'll be a lie to sit here and tell you if it has not been a little bit depressive for me like that. So I'm so used to doing everything on my own, and I've been restricted this last month now. So I just hope they have some good news for me Friday. Keep me in your prayers. But that's about it. I appreciate everyone that was in the chat.
Got this to put up there too.
Yeah, go back also and look at our interviews. So
with Tamar Hamilton, we interviewed her earlier. Outstanding interview. Go back and look, educate yourself.
Yes,
and you know who you want to vote for. We're not telling nobody who to vote for. We can, but we're not.
Advertise us, which people do. Advertise with us. We'll put your stuff
you
up.
Advertise with us. We will. We will put. You want to put it up there? We'll put it up there for a very good, reasonable price. Okay.
Right.
So
here's one.
Hit us up. Yeah, hit us up. Here's an advertisement for us right now. Adams Brothers Media. It's okay. Coming up next next week on Monday, we're gonna have Kesia Early, Esquire. She's a candidate for Florida's 22nd Congressional District, which covers parts of Palm Beach County. I think Delray Beach, Boca Raton, parts of Boca, and
we had Castell on before.
Boynton a few years ago. We had her on. So she's going to be with us on Monday, August the 10th at 5:30 p.m. Kesia Early. She's running for Florida's 22nd Congressional District.
Send that to forward to.
I'm going to send that
to get back into doing that too.
Yeah, you need to send that to him. So tune in. We don't have any more interviews for the rest of this week.
Yeah.
So we're going to be off until Monday unless something drastic comes up, and we can go live on our page from our phones. So we could go live out mobile while we're out mobile. Mm-hmm. So tune in on Monday at 5:30.
It's a tax-free holiday too, right?
I believe
for the
so.
kids.
Yeah, for the kids,
okay. Yeah.
5:30, and then right after that, we'll do another pop-up podcast and talk about any and everything.
So we'll be back Monday.
The interview with Kesia Early.
Kesia.
So I think that's all we have for today. Any closing remarks before I wrap them up?
And the original Save Our Beach people, you're welcome to come on here in the future. I mean, I have made that very clear. You're welcome to come on here and talk about all to educate the voters. You're welcome. I mean, we're here for Deerfield, whether people agree or disagree. We're here for the city. We would love to have the mayor come on. We would love to have Commissioner Plout, Commissioner Hudak. We extend our invitation
We don't
them.
hate them. We just disagree with what they're doing, and a lot of people disagree with what they're doing too. We're not the only ones.
So,
you're gonna get mad and
boycott us.
Boycott us. We've been boycotted before. They didn't want to talk to us when we first started podcasting.
Yeah.
Until we got the sheriff on here. We got Sheriff Tony. He was our very first guest, and we sent out invitations to Pompano and Deerfield.
Thank you, Ms. Saunders.
And they ignored us. They didn't want to talk to us. They were like, what are these two little handsome black men going to talk about? These middle-aged black men. What are they going to talk about? Yeah, we don't want to talk to them. And then they start seeing the quality guests that we were bringing on our podcast, and then we were just skyrocketing, and everybody was watching, and
the information we were giving,
information that we were putting out, and they're like, these guys are doing something positive.
Yeah,
we need to get on the show. You know, this we can't stop them, so we may as well get on there and partner with them, which is which is good. We look at us now, people. We're making a difference in Deerfield Beach and Pompano and Broward County. And in South Florida here, we're making a difference here. We don't care what nobody has to say, the people that the naysayers and the hypocrites or whatever. So
thank you. We will put that up.
Yeah,
Ms. Saunders. Thank you.
So that's all we have for today. We're getting ready to put up this equipment. We both have somewhere to be here shortly, and we want to thank you all for joining in the chat. In the chat, man. We absolutely love your comments, man. The comments are
very engaging.
Yeah.
That's why we always say we're elevating the dialogue and we have engaging conversation. It's never personal. Please, I hope no one out there ever, from the politicians, the elected leaders, it's not personal. Never personal. Never personal with us. Never will be. I could never be that type of person. But I just want to thank everyone again, and just want to say this is my final good night, everyone. Y'all have a safe weekend. School, like I say, God bless everyone out.
Thank you all for watching the award-winning Adams Brothers podcast. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for tapping in on our pop-up podcast. We're always chopping it up on here. We're talking about everything. That's all we got, man. We're gonna go and have some dinner and relax, and I might have a little sip of wine tonight. I don't know. I'm not going nowhere, so I'm staying home so I could be responsible. So thank you all for watching. Everybody, no matter where you all could have been a million places in this world, but you chose to be right here with the Adams Brothers, watching these two handsome bald-head black men on your screen. So thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. We love you all. Guess what? There's absolutely nothing that you can do about it. Good night, everybody.